A lot of emotions because, look, I'm aware it could be it, and yeah, I think it's also just exhausted after the race. So there's so much, I don't know, just like a flood of many.
Daniel Ricciardo's future in Formula One just took an unexpected twist that has the entire F1 community buzzing. Red Bull's extended a surprising new offer to the Aussie star. Could this be the game-changing moment Ricciardo needs to reignite his career? Let's unravel the full story behind this unexpected twist. Why is the offer from Red Bull so surprising? Daniel Ricciardo's potential return to Red Bull is a story that no one saw coming. Back in 2018, Ricciardo left the team on his own terms, seeking new challenges at Renault and later moving to McLaren. His departure from Red Bull was rumoured to be partly driven by tensions with Max Verstappen, who was rapidly rising as the team's #1 driver. At the time, it seemed like Ricciardo was making a bold career move looking to step out of Verstappen's shadow. However, things didn't quite pan out as expected at Renault or McLaren, leading many to wonder if Ricciardo's decision to leave Red Bull was a mistake. It's no secret that Red Bull's a team fiercely committed to nurturing young talent, and with Max Verstappen's dominance in recent years, their driver lineups looked solid. But Ricciardo's unexpected returns caught both fans and analysts off guard. His time away from Red Bull wasn't as successful as many hoped, with underwhelming results at McLaren and a challenging comeback at AlphaTauri, now Racing Bulls. Despite these struggles, Red Bull's offer could be a sign that they see something valuable in Ricciardo that goes beyond pure performance. Christian Horner, Red Bull's team principal, has always spoken highly of Ricciardo, even after his departure. Horner acknowledged that while Ricciardo might not have been a perfect fit in his recent stints, his experience and understanding of the sport makes him a valuable asset. This offer, therefore, isn't just about bringing back a familiar face, it could be about Red Bull securing a fan-favourite personality who remains a key figure in F1's growing global presence. How could this offer impact Ricciardo's future? Red Bull's shocking offer to Ricciardo could reshape the entire trajectory of his career. If Ricciardo accepts an ambassadorial role, he could remain deeply involved in the sport without the pressures of being a full-time driver. This shift could mirror the paths of other drivers who've embraced roles outside of racing, such as Nico Rosberg, who transitioned to a successful career in media and brand partnerships after retiring. Similarly, Jenson Button has thrived as a broadcaster and team advisor after stepping away from full-time racing. But the question is, does Ricciardo see himself in such a role? Throughout his career, Ricciardo's always been hungry for on-track success, even though his results have dipped in recent years. His competitive spirits remained intact. Walking away from the grid could mean giving up on his long-held dream of winning a world championship. However, there's also a pragmatic side to consider. With only a few competitive seats available, especially for 2025 and beyond, the chances of Ricciardo landing a full-time racing seat in a top-tier team are slim. This offer could be Ricciardo's golden ticket to remain in F1 in a meaningful way while avoiding the risk of further tarnishing his legacy with subpar performances. It's not a step back, it could be a strategic pivot that allows Ricciardo to maintain his presence in the sport while keeping the door open for potential racing opportunities should arise. While the ambassadorial role offered by Red Bull's enticing, the burning question remains, could Ricciardo still make a full-time return to racing? The 2024 season's already locked in with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez as Red Bull's primary drivers. However, rumours surrounding Perez's future have intensified over the past year, especially after some inconsistent performances in 2023. If Perez doesn't perform up to expectations in 2024, there could be an opening for Ricciardo to make a sensational return to the Red Bull lineup. Timing is everything in Formula One. If Ricciardo continues to stay close to the team in an ambassadorial or advisory role, he could be well positioned to step in as a full-time driver should any unexpected circumstances arise. Red Bull has always been a team willing to make bold driver changes mid-season if necessary, as we've seen with drivers like Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon in the past. Could Ricciardo's big return happen as early as 2025? While it's difficult to predict exactly when or if Ricciardo will be back on the grid, staying involved with Red Bull keeps him in the conversation. Red Bull's partnership with Ford in 2026 adds another layer of complexity to this equation. With major changes on the horizon for the team, having a seasoned driver like Ricciardo in the mix could prove invaluable. Where does this leave the current Red Bull drivers, particularly Sergio Perez? Sergio Perez had a roller coaster ride with Red Bull after joining the team in 2021. Perez quickly proved his worth by securing crucial points and playing a supportive role to Max Verstappen's title-winning campaigns. However, despite these contributions, Perez's form has been inconsistent, raising questions about his long-term future with the team. If Ricciardo is indeed being considered for a future seat, Perez's position becomes even more precarious. Perez remains secure for now, but his future at Red Bull depends on his 2024 performance. With Ricciardo as a potential replacement and rising talent like Liam Lawson in the mix, Perez must consistently deliver podiums and avoid mistakes to retain his spot on the team. Ultimately, Ricciardo's potential return to Red Bull as a full-time driver depends on a variety of factors, including Perez's performance and the team's broader strategic goals. But it's clear that Ricciardo's presence looms large over Perez's future with the team. Red Bull's driver decisions are always guided by a core group of influential figures, with Christian Horner and Helmut Marko leading the charge. Horner is the team principal, known for his shrewd leadership and ability to make tough calls when necessary. He's been at the helm of the team through its most successful periods, including Sebastian Vettel's 4 consecutive championships and Max Verstappen's current dominance. Horner has always spoken highly of Ricciardo, valuing in his contributions to the team and recognising his marketability beyond the racetrack. Then there's Helmut Marko, Red Bull's motorsport advisor, and the man responsible for overseeing the team's junior driver program. Marko's notorious for his no-nonsense approach to driver development, and has been instrumental in shaping the career of many Red Bull drivers, including Vettel, Verstappen and Ricciardo. His time at McLaren in particular was disappointing, despite a surprise victory at Monza in 2021. With his results in recent seasons falling short of expectations, many have wondered if Ricciardo's time in Formula One's running out. This new offer from Red Bull could be Ricciardo's last big chance to make an impact in the sport. If he accepts an ambassadorial role, it might signal the end of his full-time racing career. However, if he stays close to the team and keeps himself in top physical condition, he could be well positioned for one last shot at the grid. The allure of a comeback, especially with a team as competitive as Red Bull, is hard to ignore. But the reality is that Formula One is an unforgiving sport. Opportunities for drivers to make comebacks are rare, and when they do happen, the pressure to perform is immense. If Ricciardo does return to a Red Bull seat and fails to deliver, it could tarnish his legacy and close the door on any future opportunities. On the other hand, if he succeeds, it could be the fairy tale ending fans have been waiting for, a triumphant return to the team where he once thrived. Daniel Ricciardo's potential rerun to Red Bull marks a pivotal moment in his Formula One career. This shocking offer from the team he once called home could either lead to a fresh start or signify a transition into a new role outside of full-time racing. The allure of staying involved with one of the sport's most successful teams is tempting, but the decision isn't an easy one. Ricciardo must weigh his desire to compete against the realities of the ever-changing F1 landscape. With limited seats available and rising young talent in the mix, the ambassadorial role offers a unique opportunity to stay relevant and impactful in the sport that he loves, without the pressures of performance on the track. For Red Bull, keeping Ricciardo close ensures they retain one of F1's most marketable drivers, appealing to fans and sponsors alike. Should Ricciardo embrace this new role with Red Bull or continue fighting for a spot back on the grid? Share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more F1 insights.